All right, circle of confusion. This is a spot caused by a cone of incoming light rays from a lens that do not come into perfect focus. So if you have some cone of incoming light rays, they'll go through your lens and hit some spot or spots on your sensor. If they hit one spot in specific, then that would mean that it is in focus. And if maybe they hit a couple different spots on your sensor, then this light is kind of, I guess, spread out in your image. And so that's what gives this blurry effect in images. So that's why in this image you have kind of a blurry background, is because your cone of rays are coming in and hitting multiple spots on your sensor. And if the camera is less in focus at this part, then you have a larger circle of confusion. So this amount of blur, or the size of your circle of confusion, is actually a function of depth in your scene. So as you can see over here, there must be something very close to the camera, which is causing it to be very, very blurry. And if you'll notice, there's also a tree in the background here, and it has a different amount of blur. In other words, a different size of the circle of confusion than this spot. So it'll change with depth, and that will be the same thing as how in focus your point is. Okay, and then depth of field. That is the range of depths that are in focus for a given camera configuration. So in this image, the depth of field would be kind of this depth that the baby and this woman are at, and then anything aside from where they are is not in the depth of field. Okay, and the farthest depth in focus minus the closest depth in focus is kind of what we use to parameterize the depth of field. It's just the width of the depth of that's in focus.